Hello, everyone. Nadine here with PC.Solutions.Net. Interesting comment came in from Mark. Um, we did these videos, and last week a comment came in about Mark made a recommendation on how to create shared signatures in Outlook. So the scenario is you have multiple devices, right? Let's say a machine at work and then your laptop, and you have Outlook configured in them, and you want to use the same signatures in both machines. So if you update signature on one machine, it should automatically update signature on the other machine. I didn't know if this was an issue. I normally use web access anyway, so all my signatures, everything is in web access. I don't use locally installed Outlook. However, I can see where it is useful. It can be useful. So Mark suggested that we use OneDrive that is configured between all the machines to share the signature. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now you can do it via OneDrive, or if you have Dropbox or Box.com or any kind of shared cloud storage, you can use that to share your signatures amongst machines. And it can be multiple machines or as many machines as you want. Of course, it will not work on iPad, iPhone, or Android devices, but any Windows device, it should work fine. So the way we're going to do this is by using something called symbolic links. In the Linux world, we call it Symlink, and it's now available in Windows. It's been available in Windows for a while. I think it came in the first or second release of Windows 10. So you can use Symlink or symbolic links to create a link to a different place. So the idea is, you have an actual location where Outlook saves its signature files. And what we're going to do is that place, we're going to move it into OneDrive or whatever our shared storage is. So, and then create just a link to pointing to that cloud storage space. So when any of the Outlooks makes a change on the signatures, it actually changes it in the cloud storage, which syncs up to all the other machines. So everybody sees the same signature, or each one of the machines see the same signature. So let me share my desktop here. And so here I have Outlook running. I'm just going to go ahead and close Outlook. And Outlook will be running because it's I just configured it for this purpose. Now, a couple of things that we need to do is we need to figure out where different things are, right? So the first thing I want to find out is where the location is, what the location is for Outlook signature. So the easiest way to find that out is, I know it's under local profile, so I'm going to just go into user profiles. If I can type it in, users /Nadine, right? So in here there is a hidden folder. So now you can either drill down through here. Actually, let me just drill it down from here, because that way we can see everything. So it's going to be app data. So yeah, I gotta type it in again. Yeah, that's Windows doing its thing. So we go into app data, and then roaming, and then Microsoft. And by the way, this Microsoft folder, you may not see it. It's a hidden folder. If you don't see it, you wanna show hidden items. Well, it's not hidden in this case. So it's now if it is hidden and you don't see that Microsoft folder, just put a check on show hidden items, and it'll be there. So then we go into Microsoft signature. So here are the signatures, and this is a signature that I've created in Outlook already. So what I want to do is I want to basically create a symbolic link to this signatures folder, and I'm going to move this signatures folder over into my OneDrive for Business. So let's do that, right? So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this signatures folder, because you cannot create a symbolic link to a folder if that folder name already exists. So we want to make sure it does not exist in this place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply right click it. I'm going to cut. I will open up another window here, and let's go in here. So now I'm going to just create a new folder in here, right? I'll just call it something like, let's call it, actually, let's just paste it in here. I don't have a folder called signatures, right? So let's just paste it in here. And we're going to do one thing, right? So now we've pasted this folder called signatures, but I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna show you something else that you can do with symbolic links, right? So I'm gonna call it Outlook signatures. And I'm going to show you how you can create a folder called signatures, but point it to a folder called Outlook signatures in OneDrive. So two birds, one stone, right? All right, so now let's go into command prompt. Oh, by the way, to go into command prompt, just Windows logo, R for run, CMD, boom, you're in command prompt, right? And as you can see, it already dropped me in my folder. So in here, we're going to go into app data. We want to go into roaming. We want to go into Microsoft. We want to go into Outlook, right? Microsoft. No, we want to stay in Microsoft. So not in. So that's it. Users, the dmajor, that's the profile. App data roaming Microsoft, that's where signature should be. So app data roaming Microsoft, that's where signature should be. Right now, the command we're going to use is mklink, and you can see it while I type it in, mklink. So if you don't know how to use it, just put a mklink, short for make link /?. It'll tell you how to create a link, right? So that's what we're going to do. Make link. It's a directory. So we're going to give it the link, and then we're going to give it the target, right? So the link name is going to be signatures. Everything matters. Spaces, everything. Case does not matter, but singular, plural matters. So now I want to make sure it is called signatures. Over here it's called Outlook signatures. Over here we're going to call it just signatures, because remember, before we moved it, it was called just signatures. But now we're going to call it, after we moved it into our OneDrive, we called it Outlook signatures, just so we know what it is. Now, so we're going to create this, signatures, and it's going to point to, where is it going to point? It's going to point to Outlook signatures. That's the path. That's the path I'm looking for. So since all IT guys are lazy, I'm just going to copy and paste. Now, I'm going to show you something. So I copied and pasted it in there. Now, I can't use it as it is. Caution, this is a remnant from the old DOS days. We cannot have spaces in a path, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do that and enclose it in quotes. Do that, right? Now, the folder name signatures, we don't need to enclose it in quotes because there's no spaces. It's not even more than 8 characters long. If we do enclose it in quotes, it's not going to make any difference. And, you know, IT guys being lazy, why spend the extra effort and energy putting quotes on there, right? So this will work. Okay, just to show you, if you had done this, it would work as well. But we never want to do extra work. So now here, so this is going to work, right? So make link, signatures, and all that. So now once we create this, I think my path is good. I mean, I copy pasted it, so everything should be good. So let's just hit enter. You do not have sufficient privilege. So what does that mean? That means my command prompt is not running as admin. So we close that out. We're going to run it as admin. So we're going to click Windows logo, right click on command prompt, run as administrator. Now, this is one of the security deals in Windows 10, Windows Account Control, or UAC, User Account Control. So anyway, so we go into users and we go into Nadim Azar. By the way, if you type in partial words and you hit the tab key, it will fill it out, in case you didn't know. App data, roaming, what was it, Microsoft. So we're going to create it right there, right? So make link, directory, signatures, and let's see if we still have it in our clipboard. Yep, so that's what we're going to do. Created, do a dir, there it is. So as you can see, we created this. Let me see if I can highlight it. We created this symlink type directory. It's called signatures, pointing to our OneDrive folder signatures, right? So we created this link. Now, whenever Outlook updates any signature, it's going to put it in this folder right here, which actually is really going to put it in the OneDrive folder, which is going to sync with all my devices. So I make a change in one place, it syncs everything. Now, the symlink, the link that we created here, you could create it in command prompt, or you can create it in PowerShell. I just do it in command prompt because the command is smaller in command prompt. It's longer in PowerShell. You know, goes back to us IT guys, you know, what can I say? So now let's open up Outlook and see what happens. The signature should still be there. I had a signature in there called Nadim. It should still be there. So let's go ahead and open up Outlook. And we wait for it. All right, so now I'm going to go into File, Options, Mail, Signatures. Boom, there is the signature. Now, this signature normally would be sitting in the C drive, but we've moved it. So normally it'll be sitting under this folder right here called Signatures, but we've moved it to our OneDrive folder right here. And how do we know it is a link, not an actual folder? This little arrow down by the icon tells us that. Or if we are in command prompt and we do get a directory listing, dir, enter, it will tell us it's a symlink called signatures pointing to this location. Boom, that's it. Just type in exit, close out of that, close out of this, close out of that. And we have our Outlook with our shared signatures. So now if we create these shared signatures and we update the signature in one Outlook on one device, it will replicate the changes to all the other devices. This will work whether it's OneDrive, Box, Dropbox, any kind of cloud storage that you have. As long as it's shared storage, boom, it'll work. So thanks, Mark, for telling me about this. I didn't know it was an issue, but hey, here's how other people can take advantage of this, and it's a nice shortcut. Kudos to Mark for pointing that out. So everybody, till tomorrow, have a great day and be safe out there.